What's going on, guys? I got something for you today. And real quick, I'm sorry I've been absent. I actually had to have a bit of a vacation and a vacation. You know, streaming every day, doing videos all the time, while I'm actually supposed to be resting most of the time too, because, well, I'm not at work. I didn't do that. You know, I've been doing videos and streaming every day, which is not super tiring. It's just time consuming. So I didn't really get to do everything else I was going to do. So got a phone call, went ahead and went out of state, and enjoyed me a little mini vacation, and slept pretty much all day yesterday, because it was wild and fun and I enjoyed myself. But now, since I'm back home, I'm going to go ahead and go right back to enjoying my usual pastime, which is doing videos and streaming. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was a goofy dude. A loser. And what I constitute as a loser is people that break the law that, hurt others, whether stealing or something worse. And the biggest loser of losers would be a hefty fella, tons of fun, that is a failure at even, doing a B&E. Now, B&Es, if you don't know, pretty simple. It's a breaking and entering thing. It's where you kick a door down, you go in, you swipe everything you can. It's not bolted down within 5-10 minutes, however, whatever the person wants to do. And you're out before the cops get there. You try to at least get whatever you can, make a quick buck, and be done with it. Well, this fellow decides to embarrass himself for a good minute solid of this B&E. Now, to break in and enter usually takes just a few seconds to get in, get out. But the entire minute he's doing it, he's embarrassing himself, and I'm pretty sure his lookout was probably laughing. If nothing else, recorded the whole situation and probably showed it to all his buddies just to point and laugh at him.
Do.
I like how he has to look back, and he's just like almost trying to get an acceptance from him, like, yeah, I can't do it. What do you want to do? And then finally he's just like thumbs up, doing this like, are we good? I don't know if that was a hand sign for like, we good, quiet, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And he goes right back to it. And you're going to laugh some more because he fails even more. All right, so first off, big mistake. You never got rid of the camera. Never messed with it. I've seen people come up and they'll spray paint it, but he just goes up, acknowledges the camera, kind of touches around on it, doesn't know what to do, and goes right back to trying to break in. And I'm going to say this is actually kind of funny. I didn't notice this. I was going through the comments, just kind of perusing a few things to see what people said. And I noticed everybody came to a consensus that I didn't notice. And that's, he's using a tire iron. Now, instead of using a crowbar, which is what a lot of people would use when you're breaking and entering, he uses a tire iron. I don't know, a lot of people, what would be the difference? It's still a piece of metal, goes in, it should pop it open. Well, there's a thing called leverage. Now, you'd be surprised at how small a person can be to get enough leverage to break a door open instantly. When you have, say, a stick this long, and you're able to grab right here with one arm and pop, you could probably break a lot of things pretty easily. The job I had right before, going into the new year, that's what we had, a ginormous pry bar. And being that it was so long, you had a lot more. I don't know all the technical terms, but just put it this way. My hand being this high up puts more force and power than my hand being this close. That's what breaker bars are for. When you're trying to take tires off, certain bolts are stuck. You literally just extending your arm with a breaker bar to make it easier for you to get more leverage. It gives it more power. It's just simple. That is not going to do it. It is this big. Tire irons are not very big. They're very tiny. You can do this. Now, a crowbar has a little bit more girth. Giggity. And the fact that it's got more girth, it's also got some angles to it that a tire iron usually doesn't have. That's what makes them so useful in prying open doors and other things. That's why they're so popular and being used in breaking and entering. A tire iron is something quick you find in the trunk of your car, break a window and go in. But it's not usually used to bust down a door. And that's literally what I'm saying. The actual pry bar is for. It's meant for prying, or a crowbar, whatever. It's basically the same thing. And it just goes into a wedge and pops it open. It's that simple. So he's already ill-equipped, but he's looking like he went down a list of what to wear in a crime. Because he's got the beanie on, he's got gloves on, he's got his face on the camera though, so he doesn't have a mask. And I think he forgot pretty much anything else that would probably leave evidence. So if I had to assume, the guy is just beyond stupid, biggest loser of the week, I guess. Worst criminal of the year. It's a good way to end the year too. And I couldn't find anywhere where he got arrested yet, which I would actually completely laugh. Now that little ending where he has that panic attack, where you hear like either a dog squealing or a person screaming. Couldn't really tell you which is which. But that little panic attack he has, and he does like that Scooby-Doo runoff, like, oh God, 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 and get out of there. That was just cherry on top. It was the perfect way to end the video, with him panicking because that entire minute or so, that rough minute of trying to break in and being a complete idiot. I have to say, we need to give a round of applause to the person that built the frame and the door, because some doors you'd be surprised how easy they are to just break. And even with the man's hefty weight and the crowbar, tie iron, he could not bust that open. And I think we have to put a little bit of little bit of congrats to the person that built the door, to the frame, to what lock they used. All of that held up pretty well with 2 tons of stupid that could not pry that door to save his life. And also, thank God he couldn't, because these people, whoever they are, I'm sure got a slight terrifying laughter out of it, while also reporting to the cops, and they got to keep all their stuff and everything's good. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.